So welcome to Democracy News Live. We are here in Toronto today talking to Latif Johar. Latif Johar is a Baloch freedom and human rights activist. He's been fighting against the Pakistani government for the rights of the Balochis. This is happening in the light of India abolishing Article 370. And a lot of people have been talking about how India may have overstepped its boundary constitutionally. Now, the Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan talked about how India was carrying out a genocide against the Kashmiris. But here are the Balochis who talk about a genocide which the Pakistanis have carried out for decades now. Their leadership, Nawab Bukti, was assassinated by the Pakistani army in a 17 helicopter configuration where they went in, took out the leadership, and have been on an onslaught to kill the Balochis. But they've been asking for independence. So, Johar, tell me a bit about what happens in Pakistan against the Balochis. How bad is the situation?
For Baloch people in Balochistan especially, the situation has been very difficult, has been very disturbing, especially they are in war since Pakistan Occupied Balochistan. So people are facing different discriminations, different injustices, especially people are being killed, abducted, and their houses being burnt down, and in terms of development, and there's nothing for Baloch people, even they don't have drinking water.
When you say Pakistan occupied Balochistan, what do you mean? How did they occupy?
Balochistan was not part of India that time when British leave subcontinent, especially divide India into two parts. One, they created Pakistan, and before 3 days of India and Pakistan partition, British, Pakistan, and India, they accepted Kalat state. But after 8 months in 1948, and Pakistan invaded on Kalat and occupied it. That's why our people, Baloch people, believes that they were attacked and their country was occupied, and since then Pakistan just exploiting their everything.
So there was no treaty of accession, there was not agreed to that the Balochistan will be part of Pakistan at all?
No, not at all, because we had two parliaments that time, and both parliament rejected to join Pakistan, because Pakistan was trying to convince our people that we are Muslim, we should be together.
So why is Pakistan so interested in Balochistan? Is there a specific reason that the Balochis feel that the Pakistanis want to occupy and keep it?
Of course, because Balochistan is a resource-rich area and country, and we have a lot of natural resources. We have sea, and our land is also important because it lays between Afghanistan, Iran, and now they need it. There was a leader, as I told you, he during his speech in the parliament, he said that if it is a matter of religion, then Afghanistan also should join Pakistan. So it means they were not agree, and they were not happy. But that time then Pakistan sent its troops and invaded on the palace of Khan, and then occupied everything.
Is there a way for the Balochis to ask for independence and for the Pakistanis to give them that independence based on possibly a referendum?
Of course, any nation in the world, they love freedom and they need freedom. Like I'm a person from an occupied nation, and I know how it hurts, how it damages, and how it destroys not only individual, the entire community and their culture. That's why Baloch people feel, and it's also their right. And when we see in international laws, and they have right to ask for their freedom. That's why Baloch people, despite of international laws, and they allow us to fight, but they have been experiencing very bad situation under Pakistan occupation.
When you see the Pakistani Prime Minister talk about the freedom of the Kashmiri people and genocide, what is your reaction to it? How do you look at it?
I think they are not honest, and they really not mean it. What's freedom and freedom for people, for Kashmiri people? Because if they are so attached to people and concerned about people's freedom, then they should listen Baloch people. How they can give freedom or support a freedom movement of any other nation? I don't think they are serious, and they just use Kashmiris for their own interests.
How mature is South Asia from your perspective when we talk about a democracy?
There's no good democracy in South Asia. Especially, we can see a little bit better in India, but in Pakistan's history there was no democratic governments, and also in Afghanistan and Iran, in democracy, public has the power, public has the right to ask, the right to vote, the right to select leaders, but especially in Pakistan, it's missing.
Democracy in South Asia continues to be a challenge, whether it's one country or the other. The Balochi people have been fighting for their independence. They say they have been invaded and they're occupied, and they've been asking for their freedom. The world continues to look on. With a weak United Nations, I think it is going to be an uphill climb. And democracy possibly is not going to sustain if this continues. This is Rohit Gandhi in Toronto for Democracy News Live.